Welcome to Tech Topics brought to you by Cybervenger. We help keep small businesses stay protected and compliant with cutting-edge cybersecurity and IT solutions.
Hello and welcome. My name is Andy. I'm the managing consultant for Cybervenger. Today's topic, we are discussing email scams and phishing scams and general security that you're going to see on your inbox. Real common way for things to get in past firewalls, past antiviruses, is to send users phishing scams and the like. So we're going to talk about what bad guys are kind of doing, what you can look out for as a user yourself to try and catch things, and just give you a quick little overview of kind of just how sneaky some of these guys are getting right now. And one of them's a really, I think, a very clever, of course evil, but very clever way to scam. So we're going to start with two of these I've gotten. Now, these are emails I forwarded that I've gotten from customers of ours, and I've redacted them. So if you read the email, it'll say redacted. It's obviously not what it looked like when it came there. So we'll start with the first one. Look down here. So this first email here is saying 2FA passcode in our, right in the subject line. So, I mean, it looks like something that would be legitimate, right? If you look at originally, if you looked at the from address and the to address, it, looked like something that was reasonable. It was from like support at Microsoft or something like that. So you got to watch that. But it was fake. It was Microsoft dot something. So that's one way to look. You can look, usually hover over things and see the link. So if you look down, you see this. I thought this was interesting. This is a QR code. A lot of things you can do with an email to find out if it's fake or not, if it's real or not, is to hover over any links. If someone wants to take you someplace, if you hover over it and see if it actually has the full domain that you're supposed to have. I'll show you how to do that in the next email. It's a little more obvious. But this one has a QR code. I find that it's kind of clever. They've got a logo in here. They've got, the logo was not exactly matching, but it looks like they threw a logo together from AI maybe. I don't know. But it looked kind of legitimate. It's saying, "Dear user," that's a first clue, right? Like you almost, if you get a notice from somebody about resetting, usually say who, that's rather than "dear user." In the old days, you can kind of count on poor grammar to tip you off, but with the age of ChatGPT and other systems like that, it's really easy to write things in more proper sounding English. So you can't really trust that anymore. It says Microsoft in here, but yeah, you need to scan the barcode. I bet you if you go there, it's definitely not Microsoft. So if you look at the other one I have here, I also sent to me, there is an attachment. I think this is kind of clever too. So it goes to the person. It talks about, it actually used the name of someone that was a boss, an authority figure in the company. So that, borrowing authority, even though the from address didn't match. But it gets people like, oh, okay, look, this needs my urgent attention. Well, with this attachment, it is in fact a real PDF. Now, this company is filtering out anything other than like PDFs and Word documents and things like this. There's no like EXEs they can get infected by, and the attachments are generally safe in terms of a virus standpoint. This is not a virus. That's not the goal. The goal is not to infect your PC. But if you launch the PDF document itself, okay, we have Outlook here, and we got to read the document. Okay, well, we click. So here's our link. Now, look at the very bottom right-hand corner down there. You'll see it says docs.google.com/forms. Okay, google.com, and then you get the / and the rest of the stuff. So we know it's a legitimate domain that it's going to. It's going to Google. It's just going to a form. It probably needs your credentials to be able to view it. Maybe you're not signed in, whatever. It'll pop up for your Google credentials. You click on this, and you get to Google. And you look, your address bar is once again showing Google Forms. This really is Google. Okay, this looks pretty legit. I got to tell you, on a day when I haven't had my coffee and I'm a little low on sleep, I might be dumb enough to fall for this. So, no shade on anyone who does get caught up in a scam like this. It's really getting hard to tell. That's why I kind of like this one. It wants auth and duo. These are also, two-factor authentication things. People can see that, they get used to it. But what you're doing right here is you're filling in a Google form. This is not an authentication form. It kind of looks like it. In fact, if you look down here, Google's trying to warn people a little bit. It says, never submit passwords through Google Forms. So you need to be aware of what you're doing and why. So I like to tell people, this is not shared. Yeah. I'll put it, my email address fake and I'll put a password and bite me, stop trying, loser, or something like that, But they would get whatever you type in here. So you're not logging in, you're typing a password for them to see, not to authenticate. And it's just, if you do type something in, test@email.com. Yeah, I know I can't type, whatever. This is garbage and not real. Get a real job. Loser. Okay. I like telling them the losers because they are. Cyber criminals, not my favorite people. Notice, first trick here, first thing to tip you off here is it's not asterisks. Almost any place you're going to type a password, you're going to have, these little characters showing up. No, I can't hit that shift key. You can see these little characters, those asterisks, because they don't want shoulder surfers hovering over your shoulder to see what you're typing, right? Usually there's a little icon to show the password if you needed to see it rather than being shown by default. That's your first indication. So that's probably the one thing would really warn you here. And again, if you read the tiny fine print that nobody ever reads, it's Google Forms warning you that it's a Google form and you should never put your password because this is happening all the time. Now in Google, if you have Google Enterprise, you can actually turn this off so Google Forms can't be used. But then it's a feature you're not using. Maybe you need it. It just depends. So if you have to have Google Forms, then you have to watch out for this. If you have the option of turning off Google Forms and denying it through your Google system, I would do that because this is very hard to catch. I mean, anti-spam is not going to be able to catch this. It's coming from Google. Most AI filters and stuff are going to have a really hard time detecting this and fixing it and catching it. So that's what to watch out for that one. I've shown you how to look at the bottom. The links in the bottom, see if they're actually legitimate. And that first example, that first spam here. Oops. Yeah, not that one. This one. That first example here. If they had a link, you could check that, but they put a QR code to get around it. So they're getting sneaky. They're trying to prevent you from seeing that the links are fraudulent, and they're hiding it. So that's all I got today. Those two were kind of going around, so I figured I'd get them out there right away. Hopefully that'll prevent one of you from falling prey. If you do something like you type your password in, change it right away. Let your IT department know. And that's a really good place to start. I'm Andy with Cybervenger. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.
Thanks for watching. We hope this video has provided valuable information to you. Be sure to share this video with other small business owners to spread the word about the importance of cybersecurity. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. If you want more information about cybersecurity, visit us at www.cybervenger.com.